It seems as if our inner child is getting ready to soar as our ego gets a rebirth. But welcome everybody to Our Sky, Our Story. My name is Kelita Sahliah. If you are new, I'm a mother, a real angel, and I do dabble in crypto. So over here, we use astrology of the sky. So the stars, the sun, the moon you see above your head every single day, if it's not cloudy, that's what we use. So it's not mainstream tropical astrology. If you check, you'd realize that that is not in alignment with the sky. But where does astrology happen? It happens in the sky, so it just makes a bit more logical sense to see Wagwan. But never believe me. Google it yourself, get an astronomy app, and you can grab a calendar, because we've got a calendar in full alignment with the visible sky, and this starts in April. So we're not on this one yet, we're still on the old one, but we're in the last month, March. We're in the last month, people, and we're finally entering into the new year. So for those who are new, the order of the video, we touch on the transits that are happening for this cycle. Then we go into the moon transit. And then we clarify with some tarot. Oh, Page of Cups right there. We clarify with the tarot, and then we come back to the present moment, because the present moment is all that matters. So let's get into it anyway, the transits that are happening for this cycle. Oh, mini confirmation burp. So we've got Lilith is retrograding, and she enters back into Scorpio on the 10th, to be honest. So that does happen from Ophiuchus back into Scorpio. We then have, what else is happening? Oh, on the 12th. I didn't even write the 12th. On the 12th, we'll write it now. We have our lovely sun entering Pisces. Then on the 13th, our inner child, it's moving from Scutum. This is the child, we checked that out, and it's going into, don't quite know how to draw it, but Aquila. Okay, it's going into Aquila. So those are the transits that's happening for this cycle. And of course, we're getting to the moons, but we do have a new moon, no moon on the 10th of March. So when it comes to Lilith retrograding, retrogrades offer a crossing the I's and dotting the T's of what you didn't have the space or capacity to do before. So when it comes to Lilith representing Adam's first wife in the mythology, she was like, fuck this shit, grew her wings. And then she went away to fulfill her passions. So basically it represents what we are truly passionate about, but there is suppression around that. We're being suppressed from the hologram, whether that's through people, through situations, circumstances, but it tries to keep you suppressed. But you are passionate about it, and it's about ultimately recognizing, okay, this is the area I'm suppressed in, but I'm truly passionate about it. That's your biggest sign to push through. So what I am seeing throughout the whole of 2024 anyway is major transformations. That's literally what I'm seeing. And I feel when it comes to Lilith, we are crossing the I's, dotting the T's. We're spending time in certain energies to cultivate our passions and to bring it out. So when it comes to obviously Scorpio, and it will move from Scorpio back into Libra eventually, but with it being in Scorpio, it's getting even deeper into your passions. It's so this could appear any way in your life. It's you completing tasks, working on things, directing your energy for a specific thing. It could show up in that way, where you'd have to push through illusions of things or people, circumstances trying to keep you suppressed, because Scorpio is all about transformation based on your desires and passions. So, and it's kind of like these desires and passions could be something that could be seen as vulnerability, but really that's your strength. So I'm generally seeing we're in this energy of truly getting ready, or we're transforming basically. But this transformation can only come from truly tapping into what we are passionate about. Scorpio is fueled by two luminaries, Mars as well as Pluto. So that's the transformation and also the fiery element of that passion and that desire. So I'm seeing transformation is coming about, but because we're retrograding, we're still in this transformative momentum, which I feel will take place throughout the whole of 2024. I don't know. I feel that 2024 may be that year where things all flip, switch, change, and like when you kind of look back in your life, you can say, whoa, 2024, that's what I'm seeing. And then this may have begun in 2020. So it's a slow process, but it's coming there. So that's what I'm seeing anyway. When it comes to your deepest passion, with this retrograde in Lilith, we will have more time, space, and capacity to delve deeper into what our passions are. Finishing things off, getting it done, getting rid of things if that's not needed, if it's not in alignment with your passion. And yeah, so that's what I'm seeing with this Lilith energy anyway. And while that is retrograding, delving more deeper into your passions, we have the sun entering Pisces. So the sun represents our ego. It is the lens that you operate through. So it's the lens you see the world through, basically. Confirmation mini burp. So when it comes to the sun, our ego, we're moving now from the lens of Aquarius, of seeing things, oh, how can I give back? How can I socialize, network on only things that will support my long-term goal? We're now moving into this Pisces energy. Into this Pisces energy. So our ego essentially is getting a rebirth. How we will perceive our reality, the lens we see it through, will be getting a rebirth, because Pisces, being the last zodiac sign, is the water element. The zodiac wheel just spirals around and around and around. You collate data as you go around. You level up with Ophiuchus, Sagittarius, and then Pisces gives you that rebirth into the new energy, so you can operate around the zodiac wheel in a more expansive state of awareness. So that's essentially the Pisces energy. It's that rebirth of water. You're going back into the waters. So it's like your lens, your ego will be operating through in the month of March, knowing all that you did in the past cycle, the past year cycle, because you bring all that wisdom in. Pisces, being the last sign and being water, reflects all of the other zodiacs within it. So I'm seeing we're literally, from March going into April, will be based a lot around what you've done, what you've already done, like contemplating on it, reflecting on it, and then knowing how you'd like to move on from there. So this information, what you've kind of collated throughout the year, you would how can I put it, you would reflect on it, as I mentioned before, and then you'd know where to go from that point on. So for example, we return back to water, and then I'd like you step into my mind with me for a moment. So the water, it's basically, water is connected to everything. So this rebirth gives the opportunity to say, these are the things I would now like to connect to. So when you're birthed out of the water, you experience what you've chosen vibrationally in the water. So this is the Pisces energy, and Mercury was the first luminary that entered it, and they will all get their rebirth essentially. So I feel we'll be operating through the lens of knowing what you've did, bringing that wisdom in, and then from that you then know where you would like to go, which frequency, which wave, so to say, you would like to experience your reality through. I feel that will come up from March into April, and then you'd know more of what you're doing. And of course, because Pisces is the last sign, it is full of wisdom. It likes to bring this wisdom out, bring this knowledge out in a creative way. So again, everything you've pretty much experienced from last March till this March, and probably before that, but and all of the new stuff, it's potentially creating things or delving into things, studying even more things in that direction you probably were drawn to before. So that could come up. You could just be learning it in a creative way, finding someone to learn it from in a creative way because they've presented that, or you're creating your own. But ultimately, we're seeing it through that lens. We're bringing that wisdom in, knowing how or where to go from this point, and that could be creative ideas. Oh, I could bring this out, I could do this, I could finish this off, I could do, and things of that nature, all in alignment, of course, with your passion, that deep passion that you've got. So it's bringing in that wisdom, knowing this is what I'd like to do. Okay, and then from doing that, you're getting this rebirth, and essentially you would live that out. It's all a theory though, people. We're going through this year by year, and we're testing how much nature, the luminaries in the water above, truly impacts our bodies. So as the sun moves into Pisces, we then have child moving from scutum, the shield of protection, from there to the soaring eagle, Aquila. And as I says, on this new calendar, we do have all of the other ones: Aquila, scutum, sextans, cetus. We've got it there so you can learn. But ultimately, our inner child, that vision, that dream we had of our inner child, to co-create with our inner child, was protected. So like, I don't know how you've been feeling, even if you've been feeling like shit, what's going on, just life has really been lifing, but still that vision of your inner child, it has been protected during this time. This shield of protection, that vision to actually experience that, and now it's getting ready to soar. So it's going to be in Aquila for a minute, to be honest. It's there for a while before it goes into Sagittarius. Sometime in this new calendar it goes into Sagittarius. So we're in this soaring energy. We're in this soaring energy of, I don't know, your inner child may really just be on it to go after your dreams, to go after what you truly want, and to soar in doing it. So pay attention to how you feel within. If you just feel super excited to even just want to go after your dreams and feeling like, yeah, I'm just doing it, then that could be the child, your inner child, playing a part there. And of course, as it's getting ready to soar, it's after the sun is in this rebirth energy. Our ego is in this rebirth energy of reflecting on all that you have done and getting ready to attune yourself to the next wave you're ready to live out, so you can soar. And of course, it's based on what you're truly passionate about. This passion could have been something with Saturn you've been spending a lot of time on, and what you've been spending a lot of time on will definitely be based on setting foundations, solid structures for your long-term goal. All right, so your inner child is ready to soar towards that even more. So that's what I'm seeing with these luminaries. And then we'll move on to the moon. I'll just find a pen. So do let me know if any of that makes sense. Do like the video, it will help mama out. And then we'll move on to the moons now. So the moon, interestingly enough, every time the ego enters another sign, we get our Cetus watery dip. We literally get our rebirth of our emotions, our energy. So I always find it interesting how it synchronizes together. So we start off in Aquarius, and then we move on the 10th to our Pisces moon. Now on the 11th, we get our Cetus watery dip. And then it moves back into Pisces. All on the 11th. And then on the 13th, we have our Aries moon and our Taurus moon. Do forgive me as well if you can hear like music in the background. The children are dancing. So these are the moons of this cycle. So as I says, the moon is the mover of our emotions. It gets our energy in motion, our energy moving. That's what it does. It will spark up a feeling, a intuitive message, your emotions, anything like that, causing you to be happy, sad, curious about something, but it will spark it, which gets your energy in motion. You then act on something, and then when you're acting it out, you see it through the lens of the ego, which is the sun. And of course, from that act that you've done, when experiences are attracted to you, you see it through the lens of the ego. So that's how the sun and moon technology work together. But as I says, the moon, it's beginning off in Aquarius. We're getting our no moon, new moon in Aquarius actually on the 10th. On the 10th, then it moves into Pisces. So when the moon is not illuminated, so we're here on the calendar, when the moon is not illuminated, your emotions are moved based on a bit more logic and reason, instead of just feeling and knowing and stuff like that. So it would have to make sense for your energy to move when the moon isn't illuminated. Things will have to make sense for you. So it's starting off in Aquarius. So when it comes to this Aquarius energy, pay attention to what comes up on Sunday, because I feel our emotions will be moving us in a logical way. And I feel it's quite important because it will be moving you in a logical way, causing you to think on certain things and generate feelings of that thought based around what you've been naturally spending a lot of time on. And I feel this next step of how your energy wants to move in a logical, rational way will contribute to that. So pay attention to what comes up. You may get thoughts, ideas on how you would like to give back, because Aquarius is sociable, it's networky, it's fueled by Uranus, it's filled with like unique ideas, business ideas, projects, creative ideas and things of that nature, in a way that you want to pour your water out and give back. So I feel our emotions may move us in a logical way on the very thing you've been spending a lot of time on, what you're passionate about, and that you've potentially created an opportunity to give back in that, even if that is a job and you're working or your career. It could be anything, but pay attention, because that direction and that very thing you've been spending a lot of time on, that you've had to show up consistently for and do, our emotions will move us in a logical way that is in alignment with that. Is going to move us in a logical way. So just pay attention to what comes up for you Saturday, Sunday, while it's in Aquarius. Okay, so do pay attention to that. And then it moves from Aquarius now, so our energy is moving us in a certain way to in a logical way, based around how we want to give back, network, socialize, our unique idea. And then after it moves you in that logical way, to spark that, to get that energy moving, it then goes into its Cetus watery dip and gets its rebirth. So again, I find it interesting, like how your emotions move you in the Aquarius energy. Like, yeah, we're going to do this unique idea, and then you get your rebirth to then live that out around the zodiac wheel. But as I says, our emotions are moving into this Pisces energy. So the way we feel feelings may come up with how you've been for the whole month, for the 28 days, how you've been through that. Again, because Pisces being the last zodiac, it's got the water element to reflect everything he's just been through. So if feelings and things start to come up around what you've previously done this month, just sit with it. Of course, just sit with it, and you may feel happy or sad about it, but then this is where the rebirth comes in. Whatever you experienced, it taps into Pisces, getting ready to have that rebirth. It then dips down into Cetus, which gives you the alchemization of all the energy and data your emotions have collected for the past 28 days. It gives you that. You alchemize it, and then as you're in the waters, your emotions are now like, okay, these are the waves, the frequencies I would like to attune myself to before getting that rebirth out of the water. Okay, and then as it moves into Aries, you're now fresh and fiery, this new passion, this new desire, again, of how your emotions want to move you after you've been birthed out. And then when this fire element kicks in, and you now know you're feeling a bit more energetic and things of that nature, it's ready to enter your toroidal field with the Taurus. So at the end of this cycle, after you get this new fresh idea, your toroidal field, your aura, will then draw these experiences to you, because that is Taurus representing the material. We're birthed through Pisces, the fire element kicks in, and then our toroidal field begins and our toroidal field attracts experiences to us. The toroidal field is how we experience and interact with our physical reality. So confirmation burp. So this is where our new attractions from how our energy moves us begins to come in. Okay. And again, because Taurus, it covers the material, covers love and money as well. Pay attention to what comes up, because your emotions may move you in a way on how to create money, how to attract love, things like that. Or it could be moving you in a way on how you would truly like to experience your six senses. Yeah. Your six senses, what you want to eat, what you want to, things of that nature, even your thoughts. So that is what I'm seeing there. And again, I do find it interesting, as our inner child is getting ready to soar through the sky with Aquila. We're literally having this, our emotions are getting its rebirth as well, and entering into a new toroidal field. So as your emotions are attracting new things, this could be alignment with what your inner child is then beginning to starting to experience this soaring energy, being that eagle, because you were protected. Now it's time to motherfucking fly. And of course, again, because we've got this Lilith retrograding in Scorpio, our emotions again is getting ready to attract new things, in order to finish off the energies of like what you're passionate about, so you can truly experience that. Yeah, sure, that's what I'm seeing. Do let me know if any of this resonated or not. Do check out as well, I do how the luminaries support you for the whole month, and I've already done it. It's available now on my Patreon if you missed it on YouTube, and it's donation based, so you can always go back and just check it out monthly, because I go over it monthly for those who would like to support anyway. And what else is coming? Something's coming a little bit later, but I'll probably say that in the next couple videos. So let's clarify all of this. Let's clarify. Can you hear the music after we do the sound bowl though? Take a deep breath with me. And breathe out. There's copper in here, you know. There's copper in here, and you know what? I done the EMF reader on all the electronics, and no word of a lie, it was so high, but when I put my copper ring in front of it, it brought it right down. So I'm super happy with my wedding band right there. So I'm going to be doing a lot of copper things, you know, ready for my energy to just cultivate more. Right, so what is, oh, that just fell out my hand. What is the energies for this cycle? For the collective, can we clarify this? Rebirth of our emotions, our inner child going into Aquila. What's that saying? What's this cycle bringing the collective from the 10th to 16th of March? Clearest sign. So we had the 3 of Pentacles. It flipped up upright, but then came out reverse. So I'm just going to put it on the side and we'll read both. We'll read both. So can we clarify this 3 of Pentacles with the rest of this energy? Can we clarify? Clearest message. Okay, darling. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, hold on. My son wanted his bottle, but this did flop out. It came out. And then he asked me. So 2 of Swords in reverse. I'm seeing potentially no heartache. Can we clarify the 3 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords in reverse, please? I've done this for over a year now. I started it just before my calendar was done, and I'm still not the best at. We got the 2 of Wands that came up in reverse. Still not the best at shuffling, people. Clarify this. Clarify for me. I don't know how that flipped out. I don't know how that one flipped out. Clarify these. I don't know. I feel it's gonna got the 2 of Cups. We're getting a lot of 2s. 3 2s. Had 3 2s. And then we had the 5 of Cups in reverse. Just one more clarity. One more. You flew out. And the Hermit. Okay. Okay. This Hermit. Little bit of Hermit mode. This may be reading this reversed. It's on this side. Probably keeping your coins. Let's take a look at the book. Let's take a look. But I feel there's somebody coming in. Potentially. Something coming in. Let's get the book. Hold on. So we had the 5 of Cups in reverse, and we're getting loss, regret, emotional confusion, feeling sad and grieving, regrets over lost opportunities, change in priorities, resistance to change. So this is telling me change is coming in, especially as we're going through this emotional rebirth. We're not feeling loss or regrets this cycle. We're not confused or feeling sad and grieving. I feel you've made good choices. So after reflecting, as I says, we're reflecting on things, how our emotions have moved us throughout this whole 28 days. We're reflecting on that, and again the ego is reflecting on that, and we may get this revelation, what's it called, this like revelation of, not revolution, revelation of, this makes sense, so you're willing to change whatever. You're not confused, you're not lost, not feeling lost or having any loss at this moment, because I generally feel this going back into this Pisces energy with the moon and the ego is reflecting on all of that, seeing it was obviously necessary and certain things, and then you're ready to move on from that. So we're not in this motion of loss. We do have the Two of Cups as well. Someone's coming in, connection, attraction, moving closer, sexual attraction, establishing a bond, declaring a truce, putting the past behind you. So it's kind of like this Two of Swords in reverse as well. There's no like heartache possibly with this connection. So it could either be a past connection coming back in, or someone new. That's what I'm seeing there. But then there is some hermit vibes. There's some hermit vibes too. So let's take a look at the wands. We've got the Two of Wands in reverse. It's courage, personal power, not being afraid to prove a point, widening your perspective, pioneering spirit, taking a risk without fear. But it's in reverse. So I don't know, maybe this cycle you might not feel that powerful. You may feel like in no loss or anything like that. But then we've got the Hermit there. So risks may be just lower anyway. So even though a possible connection may come in, there may not be a big risk with that connection. Not initially anyway. Yeah, not initially. Two of Swords we've got in reverse. So Two of Swords means blind to the truth, denial, blocked feelings, pretending one thing, feeling another, being unavailable and putting up barriers. But it's in reverse. So again, we're not blind to this truth. Possibly the truth of a certain connection coming in. If it's a new connection, you're definitely not feeling loss or regret over past situations. Now, this connection could even be work or an opportunity, or it could be a person. So it could be a person, but you may not be up for taking the biggest risk straight away. But you're true to your feelings. You're not in denial about it. You're going to be honest and say certain things all about this connection, and you're okay with the past. It's gone away. There's some Hermit there, so there's possible some waiting. But let's do Three of Pentacles. So it's cooperation, teamwork, skill, getting the job done, professional growth, being aware of your skills, being obsessed with detail, feeling competent. So I'll put this on the side because it kind of flipped up right way, but the way, yeah, it was kind of just half and half. So I don't know. I feel this could be different for people. You're either not in cooperation or teamwork. You're not getting the job done at this point because there's probably some hermitness going on. May not be quick to take risks. So that could be it. That could be it. I don't know, I kind of feel it's a slower moving cycle, because we're in the energy of not losing anything, not wanting to be lost, but a connection comes in. You're not big on taking risks, but you're true to your feelings and you're not in denial, not putting up barriers anymore. Yeah. But if something comes in, especially because this Hermit, you just may be slower, so this is probably why you're not doing cooperation, you're not getting the job done and things like that. And I do have to bring up, spring technically starts pretty much when the sun goes into Pisces, but it's like more official when the spring equinox comes in, and that essentially from what, the 12th till, is it the 20th of March, we're entering into spring. So I still feel it's in that slower period of moving. Again, I feel that confirms it with the Hermit card. What's that, number 9? So the Hermit is detachment, withdrawal, developing inner wisdom. Knowledge is a burden, fear of revealing a secret, searching for the truth, wanting solitude, looking for direction. Yeah, I feel because we're not blind to the truth of a particular connection, we're just in hermit mode analyzing it, which could mean we're not as much getting the job done and things of that nature, because we're analyzing it. We're okay with letting go, we're not in loss, but I feel it's quite big about a connection which may come in. This connection, whether that's a personal opportunity, could be helping our inner child to soar. That's what I'm seeing. Do let me know your thoughts, if it made sense or not. And yeah, let's come back to the present moment and we're finished. There we go. So the present moment right now is, oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. The present moment is it's just the moon today. Oh, actually Mercury has gone into Pisces today, so wrong one. Can you see my face? Yeah, so Mercury is entering into Pisces. So again, from this point, our communication, our energy exchange is getting this rebirth, as I mentioned, with this Pisces energy. And the way we're ready to exchange our energy is from how we have exchanged it in the past. We're ready to tap into the new waves to exchange our energy after that. We're ready to have that rebirth, and again, it's taking the wisdom and wanting to exchange your energy based off of the wisdom that you know. So whether that's through creating, doing it in a different way, learning a different thing, and things of that nature, to bring you more in alignment with the rebirth and how you exchange your energy after this cycle. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's beginning now. And then the moon, the mover of our emotions, is in Capricorn, and it is in the no moon energy, no moon, new moon energy. So again, our emotions are moving us more logically than more intuitive. Our emotions are moving us in that way based on long-term goals. So again, pay attention to how you feel about who you're talking to based on the long term. How do you feel about it? The conversations that you have, how are you feeling about it? Yeah, I feel that would come up a lot. Is this part of my stability for the long term? and that's what you may be focusing on from now up until Saturday. So do keep that in mind. Do let me know if any of this resonated, if you liked it or not. Make sure you check out my Crypto Angles podcast. A lot more people seem to be interested in crypto and astrology than this one, but we're still doing this because I love it. But do check it out. Crypto market's getting interesting. And yeah, amazing time to get ready if that was something you wanted to join in. So do check that out. Do grab this calendar, people. There's 10% off. Grab it. Follow me, not following me, join me from now till 2025, and we'll keep going. Okay, I do offer birth chart readings as well if anyone would like that. But with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Angel out. Bye.